This video right here is an instructional video for the application and installation of a camouflage vinyl wrap kit on the KIOTI UTV. This kit consists of, you will get an application kit that comes inside of this tube. The kit will look like this right here. It comes with every die cut piece needed to do the installation. If you choose, you can also purchase an installation kit, which is going to give you your degreaser wipes. It's also going to give you a breakaway razor knife. It's going to give you an adhesion applicator pen. It's going to give you a pin punch tool and also a felt tip squeegee. A couple of other items that you will also need for this installation kit are going to be a tape measure, screwdriver, a set of wrenches, and also a marker. And at this time we will proceed on to do the application of the KIOTI UTV mech runner.
You will need to remove all of the decals from the exterior of the hood. You will also need to remove the decals from the bed also at this time. After the removal of the decals, you will need to go over the entire area that had the decals on it very well with wax and grease remover to remove any residue or contaminants that may be left behind from the adhesive that may still be on the panels. After cleaning all the areas, we will move on to the hood installation. After all the areas have been cleaned thoroughly with the wax and grease removal, we will remove the hood to aid in the installation of the camo-clad vinyl wrap. At this time, we will need to remove the grille and both headlights along with any wiring that may be attached. After removal of the hood and the headlights, you will need to clean all of the areas with wax and grease remover again to remove any grease and contaminants from the hood that may be left behind by your hands at this time. At this time, you will clean your hood and remove any additional residue that may be left behind from you removing the hood. Also at this time, you will need to lay out your die-cut camo-clad panels and inspect them and prepare the panels for installation. We will first start with our hood. The hood will consist of 5 pieces. The first piece that we'll start with will be one of the corner pieces around the grille. You will need to allow for some overlap along the grille opening as well as the lower lip of the hood to be able to roll under the hood assembly to prevent the vinyl from peeling off of the hood. During the installation, it may be needed to apply some heat to the camo-clad vinyl to allow it to be stretched and fitted to the panel using your hands and squeegees as needed. After applying both center pieces, we will move on to the left and right side corner pieces, and you will be able to apply these using the same procedures that we used on our center pieces. During the installation, it may be needed to apply some heat to the camo-clad vinyl to allow it to be stretched and fitted to the panel using your hands and squeegees as needed. After applying both center pieces, we will move on to the left and right side corner pieces, and you will be able to apply these using the same procedures that we used on our center pieces. after applying the side pieces, you will need to clean the upper portion of the hood again because you will have gotten contaminants from your hands all over the upper hood surface. After cleaning the area to be covered, you will need to find the center of the hood as well as the center of your camouflage piece. After finding the center of both, we will line up our center line and make sure that we have adequate overhang of material on the rear, and we will proceed to lay out the material across the hood using our heat gun if needed and squeegee as needed to work out any and all air bubbles as well as any creases that may have gotten under the film. Once you've gotten one side down, you will proceed to the other side. Once you have laid down the entire top surface, then we will move along to laying down the sides and making relief cuts as needed to allow the film to lay flat. While we are making the relief cuts in your material, you will need to make sure that there is an overlap of the piece under it, which will be the proper way for the film to be laid down. After you've made all of your cuts and have worked the film down using the heat gun and squeegee as needed, you will check for any air bubbles and concentrate on working these areas out using various techniques. You will now proceed on to your bed. At this time, it may be needed for you to clean using the wax and grease remover your bed sides, your tailgate. After you've cleaned your bed sides and tailgates, at this time we will begin to apply the camouflage vinyl to the sides, the upper rail, and also to the tailgate assembly. After everything has been reinstalled to your utility vehicle, you will need to do a final walk around and inspect for any imperfections and repairs needed. At this time, it is also recommended to wipe down all of the surfaces using a non-ammonia based glass cleaner to get rid of any residue from the wax and degreaser that may be left behind. For general maintenance, you can use warm water and a general automotive care soap. It is not recommended to use any types of solvents because solvents can damage the film and will cause the film to delaminate.